And welcome back, everyone, to Speedrun Coliseum. It has been an absolutely amazing day so far here, raising money for direct relief. We've had a lot of awesome runs. Bobby just absolutely killed it there with Bloodstain. Already up to almost $8,000 raised, and we're going to try to keep pushing to $10K and beyond here on just day 1 of 3. Next up, we got in our little kind of mini Castlevania block right here, we got the one, the only Dragon Blitz, absolutely legend of the game you're about to see, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and I believe we're going to get a little spicy with it and make it a randomizer tonight. DB, take it away, man.
Hello, everybody.
Woo!
Thank you so much for donating to the bid war between the randomizer and the glitched run. I am happy to do either. This is going to be a fantastic run, so if you guys are ready, we will get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo!
So this is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The randomizer doesn't really kick in until after we get past the prologue, so this is very similar to like what you're used to seeing in a normal playthrough up to this point.
So I always like to ask for, obviously there's a lot of randomizers out there. Initially, just what is your goal? What are you trying to find in order to beat a seed?
The main rule set is we use the glitchless rule set. So there's a lot of really powerful glitches that let you just skip to the end if you have a certain number of items or certain like relic combinations or whatever. So because of the glitchless restriction, we are required to find all 5 pieces of Vlad, the different Vlad relics that are scattered to basically any location because we're doing the Expedition Randomizer. So any like equipment item or relic location has the potential to be one of those relics. And yeah, we're getting past the prologue really fast there.
Yeah, really good stacks there at the end.
Nice.
Yeah, every deliberate thing that DB does will factor in like his stats and like certain like items that can spawn in to be part of the randomizer pool.
Yeah, this is an interesting preset. This is the Expedition preset. It lets us start with basically the most powerful movement options at the very start of the run, which makes it very movement-based, which I really, really like. And we're going to be exploring basically the entire castle looking for relics. A fun part of the randomizer, it actually randomizes the cape color as well. That's just a neat little thing. The music is also randomized, if I remember correctly. So there's a lot of like little things. This is already like movement options you should not have at the start of the run. Like we're just going to be zooming by. We're going to be doing a trick here that is like allowed technically in the glitchless preset, which is a version of Death Skip that requires me to basically just do a wing smash, this like really fast movement I'm doing with the bat here. If I do that past the room where death normally takes away my equipment, I get to keep all of my powerful equipment, so we're going to be doing that. Also, at any point, what was the dollar amount? Oh my goodness, we already found holy glasses.
Really?
Alrighty, well.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. All right. So those holy glasses, they unlock the second castle, the inverted version of the castle. So we already have like a billion different options that we can go to.
Wow.
So it's just going to come down to routing like what are the fastest locations we can go to and going between them as fast as possible. This is going to be that death skip coming up. I want to make sure I have enough magic to make it through without any issues and then line up the wing smash. There's normally a cutscene there.
Nice.
It skips the cutscene completely and we get to keep all of our gear. As far as like random items, there's going to be a lot of different random item drops and like items that we find. Because we started with like really powerful items, none of it really matters, to be honest. The only thing we are looking for is a library card, which will teleport us directly to the library. That's basically all we need. Maybe one extra weapon to do a little bit extra damage for certain bosses that have really high health pools, but that's about it. I will grab this because it's a sellable, and we're going to go to the shop at some point, and the shop might sell library cards. So picking up sellables that could be worth some money is worth doing.
Good if I hop in for a sec?
Go for it.
All right, we got a handful of donations here. We have $4 from Rabbit Traps that just says nice. $25 from Anonymous, no message, thank you very much. $25 from Bitter Crimson, also no message, thank you very much. We do have a $40 donation by MT Fun, saying, glad to see SotN represented in this excellent lineup. DB is going to crush this run, so everyone better donate fast. And DB, remember, Zorlo is real and shield dashing is cheating.
Those are both accurate, yes.
And then one last donation here. We have $10 from Arthro and Beans. It says, hi, Dad, we miss you. Please bring home some treats.
Those are my cats.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of donations from our cats throughout this marathon so far.
That's a boss fight.
So that was
at
least 3 donations for some cool tricks. If you don't know our incentives, we have $25, and DB's going to show off some wild thing that is not necessary but is still cool.
There's like a million different like random things that I happen to know about this game because I've been playing it for so long. So at any point, if we get the $25, I'll try and show off something.
And that's what I kind of love about randomizers for games like this, for speedruns that are so broken. Ocarina of Time, Donkey Kong 64, Symphony of the Night, Pokemon early generations, where all this stuff that you would never necessarily see in the route of a speedrun, you're getting to showcase in this setting.
Yeah, there's a lot of randomizers that have that kind of thing where, of course, you wouldn't need to do the one trick that only exists in this room, but randomizer will probably one day give you a scenario where you will find a purpose for it.
The perfect storm.
Yeah, many different difficulties and like complexities to the logic of Symphony of the Night randomizer. So literally anybody can jump in from beginner to a veteran like Dragon Blitz.
Yeah, the way the randomizer was designed, the basic logic of the safe logic is designed to be like, if it's your first playthrough, you can complete it as a randomizer. So it's very, very beginner friendly. This is like a more advanced setting overall. That is a diamond. I want that. It is worth 20,000 gold.
Oof.
So that could buy us almost anything in the shop. I can actually check to see if there's a relic through the floor. I actually don't need that. It's a familiar relic. The only familiar you might need in a preset like this is a demon familiar, which we picked up the Nose Devil earlier. Speaking of, let me just grab... wait, we have the... I'll show off something cool real quick. We've had a couple donations. They've earned this. Everybody just listen in.
皆さんお元気？あら、あんたがご主人？私の方が美形ね。それじゃ行くわよ。
Yep. So that's our friend, the Nose Demon. It's a Japanese-only, like, familiar that was reintroduced through the randomizer. Like, the familiar still existed in the game's code, but it wasn't available for the English release. And Mouse, the rando dev, just re-enabled it, basically. Oh, something else cool is this, if I can get it correctly.
Get on the... Welcome to Man Bat! Half man, well, actually all man! Pretending to be a bat!
And for more donations, I will be showing off more cool things like that.
Keep them coming in, guys. We are $131 away from 8K. Keeping it going. Seeing more awesome tricks here from DB and Symphony of the Night.
You know what I love so far is ever since we've gotten to 69 cents, no one has corrected that. We're forever at X dollars and 69 cents.
Why would they?
You're right. Why would they? That would be
It's the optimal amount.
That could be a library card. Nope, it is a meal ticket. They share the same exact sprite, so it is a bait sometimes. The meal ticket just spawns a random food item, which we do not need, whereas a library card would be amazing for routing this randomizer.
And the main benefit of that is just being able to warp around the map a little bit faster.
Oh yeah, it saves a lot of time. Just you can go deep into like different areas that like you don't want to backtrack through.
Yeah.
And then just use a library card to get back like basically to the center of the castle very quickly. We have alternate options that I probably won't be doing too many in this run, but if you're ever in an area that is like a really far out of the way check, you can actually just save the game, check it real quick, and if it's something you don't need, you just reset the game and reload that save. Yeah, so far, we haven't found too many super interesting relics. I'm starting to think that maybe the second castle is where we need to go, since early on we did find those holy glasses. But it's still worth checking out the majority of the first castle while we're here.
Yeah, you have the fast movement, you have the resources, like the infinite mana prisms, like you can definitely quickly brush along these biomes before heading up to the second castle. And while you're doing that, get a couple level ups along the way. If you make a couple of mistakes, then you won't get as severely punished because the second castle is incredibly powerful and incredibly endgame, especially for these stats.
Yeah, the duplicator item that I have equipped right now also lowers my stats a lot, so I probably have exactly 0 defense, regardless of what else I'm wearing. So there are certain enemies in the second castle that will just one-shot me if I go there right now, so that's a little scary, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Another thing that's going to be really important is I'm grabbing warps. These warps are not available until you've at least entered the room once, and then it unlocks like all of the warps that you've had up to that point. So at any point, if I want to warp back to this location, I can. So That's another part of routing the randomizer is like, I'm here, I might as well grab this warp because I might have to come back here later. I'm also going to grab this elixir just in case because having some healing items could be nice.
Yeah, and consumable items actually grant you a brief period of invulnerability. So if you're in a pretty, really nice piece of Exodia right there, like we explained a little bit earlier, you need those of Vlad items. You need 5 of them to open up the final area in the game and beat the final 2 bosses to complete the randomizer seed.
This I'm saving because the first save animation always goes through this long save here when you start the game off. Now, anytime I enter a save, I can just cancel, and it refills all of my health, all my magic. So if I'm ever at a point where I'm losing a lot of HP and I want to quickly refill, I can just enter a save room and do that instead.
Do you ever find in races you get sweaty enough with it to where you just go the whole run and never save?
Oh yeah, that happens a decent amount. But like we said, like those like saves and then resetting if you don't find something are pretty valuable. So finding a spot to save is usually pretty good. Like most runs you end up saving, but there are chances where it's like you just find all the things you need really quickly and you never have a chance to save. This is another boss fight. This is All Rocks.
Heck yeah, good fight.
Yeah, this run is mostly just about movement and like exploring the castle and finding all the items and relics that you need as quick as possible while just destroying the game along the way.
Symphony Night in general as a game just seems like one where they're down to give you so many really overpowered combat options. Do you have any in particular like combinations you love to find the most?
The shield rod is a really good one. It interacts with every single shield in the game differently, and a couple of those combos are really, really powerful. We have all of the katanas, for the most part, are pretty dang useful. Some of them have like really powerful like special attacks that like you're fully invincible, you're flying across the screen, you're doing a ton of damage. Those are really nice. There's a really cool weapon called the what is it called again? It's the blood sword where if you do dark metamorphosis it like powers you up. Gurthang.
Gurthang, yeah.
Gurthang, yeah. There's a lot of like Tolkien references in this game as well, so a lot of like items have like weird pronunciations because they're like references to like Lord of the Rings basically.
That's cool.
Yeah. There's also another weapon like the shield rod called the Mablung sword that is the same exact thing, but you know.
Better stats, and it's an actual sword instead of a rod. Usually the rods in like maces are kind of bad. Like they're not terrible, but they're not like ideal. Swords usually have like better hitbox, better frame data on their swings, stuff like that. Ooh, that is Spike Breaker. It is an armor that breaks spikes.
Ooh.
And there are a couple of spiked hallways, so it's going to be very useful to be wearing that for those sections.
We got to protect the sky at all costs.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Was that a pineapple you left behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of interesting food items. There's a conspiracy theory I have, because one of them is called Frankfurter, but the sprite of it is just a corn dog. And this game is set in this, 1720 something? And that's not when corn dogs were invented. So my theory is that Dracula is a time traveler, actually invented the corn dog in the future, came back in time. I'll grab that.
Gauntlet strats?
Yeah, it increases my attack by like 5 extra damage. It's not like crazy, but it's worth. And we found like nothing here except for that spike breaker, so sometimes that happens. Also, this is the original PlayStation version of the game, so there's going to be a decent number of points where like the game is just lagging. This game is very ambitious, and like certain animations overlapping will just cause lag.
Well, it looks like we have an obscure trick that's queued up right now because we got $25 from Sestrin that says, always enjoy watching SotN being played. Here's to more obscure tricks.
Depending on the cropping, they won't be able to see this, but there's a funny trick that I'll try and show off. We might need to change the overlay to show it off, but what did I just get hit by?
What?
Cool.
Incredible.
Oh, I just got a Mornblade drop? That is actually really nice. Let me put that on.
Yeah, Mornblade.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
Yeah, really good for lifesteal. Every time you hit something, or even just like an object, it just gives you like 8 off.
Anything that I hit is going to give me a bunch of health, so I'm basically unkillable now as long as I don't die in one hit.
This is your physical soul steal, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the next one. I should be able to show it off, hopefully, after this boss fight here.
Dangers don't watch.
He's trying to help. He's doing his best. Most of the familiars in this game are kind of useless. The only reason I have him out is because there's a switch in the game that needs to get pressed by him. And he unlocks, like, one item check. That's Maria. Don't worry about her.
Bye.
We'll see her later.
She won't come up later.
All right. If I do this right, I think I just... Am I doing this right? I don't think I am. It might not work, actually, on this version. It might have gotten patched out. There's, like, a way if you gravity jump into those bells, it, like, the sprite of Alucard gets stuck on the top of the screen, and it's really funny. But I think it's patched out on this version, possibly. Trying to think if there's anything else funny I can show off. In this location, there's not really much.
I love the death noises in all of these games.
This game has so many. I remember on stream not too long ago, I was like asking my chat, like, okay, what is the best death noise? And everybody had a different answer. There's just too many to pick from.
I kind of like the shmoo.
Shmoo? Yeah, that one's pretty good. Shaft's death noise after you kill him near the end is also hilarious.
Oh my! Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. It's like Cell being blown away by Kamehameha. He's just like,
Oh my god, these Flea Riders.
worst
These
enemies in the game.
enemies are the worst. Oh my god.
I'm gonna just get away from them as fast as I can, please.
Played SotN one time, and I remember these enemies in particular.
Yes. They leave an impression.
There goes Mablung.
Perfect. Mablung. Do I have a shield? I do.
Yeah, Night Shield. Oh, okay.
Let's show it off. All right. So this is what the Mablung is able to do. If you hold your shield out and then press the attack, it does different effects. This one happens to increase my offense.
Yeah, you summon your stand.
Yeah. If I find like Fire Shield or Dark Shield or Iron Shield, we can show off some really
Rainbow
cool
Horse?
ones.
Rainbow Horse.
Yep.
So pleased we're watching JoJo-vania right now.
Oh, Shaman Shield. I love the Shaman Shield. We'll show that one off too. And also just Hamburger.
Yep, that's just straight up
That's just Hamburger.
with some lettuce coming out the side.
Yep. Let's show off the Shaman Shield. That's
I thought you were
something.
about to show off the hamburger.
We could do that too.
Power of
If
my
I'm
stand.
oh my god, if we
And
find
this
pizza,
right here.
it's over. There is pizza in this game as well.
Oh no. We have pizza on the way. Might be out of commentary soon.
Pizza in game, pizza out of game. Ooh, Javelin is definitely a good find. Still no library card makes me a little upset. Oh,
The bait.
every time.
Right as you're talking about the game's like, oh,
So,
I got him this time.
I have the craziest luck of complaining about something and then it just like shows up. Like I haven't seen a library card in like 5, and then it happens. But this is like the opposite of that.
Dude, I'll tell you, that's how games work. You just have to complain.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to
complaining
complain.
works 100% of the
Oh,
Yup.
I didn't even have the summon on screen. Hold on. This one increases your intelligence, which increases the power of spells. Where are you going? Oh my god.
Just absolutely pieced out.
So that spell has its own AI, and it just follows whatever enemy is closest. And yeah, I guess those like feathers off screen were considered like the closest possible enemy to like latch onto. Absolutely hilarious.
Shooting out those flares, buddy. Like,
I do have to remember to do the clockwork puzzle. That's going to be annoying, but it's fine. There's like this really obscure puzzle that is like, I don't even know how you figure something like this out on your own. There's a bunch of those in this game where it's like, in order to unlock one room, you have to like solve the riddles 3 or whatever the hell. You have to hit that exactly twice. I guess you get a different sound effect. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 4 of these, and they all have a different number. This one's 3. And then this one is
longest one.
14.
What?
yeah, this will open up the secret room right where Alucard just came from.
There it
There you
is.
go.
Do not. Oh my goodness. The demon was going for a Medusa head off screen, and he could hit the switch, and then I'd have to do that all over again. I mean, yay! I love Heaven's Sword. It's so heckin' cool. It's like a fan favorite for casual players, but it's not very good in speedrunning. So it's like a evergreen meme in my chat that like Heaven's Sword is my favorite weapon when it's not very good.
If you like that clock puzzle, I think you'd love La Milano.
I had this thought. I was sitting next to Author Blues as we were talking about obscure puzzles.
That's probably where they got it from. Let's be real.
I think SotN ripped off La Milano.
Yes,
Don't blame 'em.
100%.
Oh, boy.
This is also a ripoff of Bloodstain, which we just saw earlier. Like, it's basically the same game.
Right. How could they? Konami, what the heck?
We do have another $25 from Stinkinator saying, DB, will we see some Heaven Sword strats?
If I get another Heaven Sword, I will show that off, 100%. You need 2 of them for them to be even close to good, and it's the rarest drop in the game normally. The randomizer, obviously, you could just find it wherever, but in the vanilla game, you have to grind off this like really awkward enemy to kill, and it's literally the rarest drop, or tied for the rarest with like 2 other items. It's like a 1 in, depending on how your luck stat is, it's like a 1 in like 400 chance to drop or something like that. It's yeah, very annoying. I have not used a Mana Prism in a while, so we're gonna put that back on. Where did it go? Oh, this is a fun fact. You can actually sort your menu. A lot of people don't know that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That changes everything.
Yeah, that's a game changer. I'm going to play this tonight.
Yeah, I'm back on board with that.
Fun fact, that was the placeholder menu when they were like programming the game in. Then they ran out of time, and it was the final menu. Like, oh, that's just shipping in the final game. I do not need that. Yes, for those that do know, you can gravity jump into the librarian's butt from in that room. I just wouldn't get any items from it right now. It's based off of your map completion, whether or not you find anything that comes out of the librarian's butt.
Out of curiosity, a lot of the items that you're skipping, are they mostly just because you're saving the 1 second not walking to them, or is there some downside to collecting more items than you need?
It does clog up the inventory a lot of the time to just have like a bunch of stuff that I will never use, because I started with such powerful equipment that there's very few things outside of just showing off cool stuff at this point that's worth equipping.
Okay.
Like at the very start, this particular preset gives you everything you need. Let's just sell all the stuff we got.
Yeah, supermarket sweep over here. We have
Fire Boomerang. That will be
boomerangs.
very cool to show off later. I know I got a second one somewhere. Stone Sword, I can show off something cool with that. Dark Shield, there's cool stuff I could show off with that. Nothing else in the shop is really going to be all that important. Covenant Stone slightly better for damage, so we'll put that on. So let's increase our damage some, and then for this next boss coming up, well, when's the next boss, actually? We're not going to be fighting anything for a little while, so... Oh, we have to go to the second castle now. Yeah, we've done everything in the first castle up to this point. Yeah, we have. All right. I am missing a couple of relics that will open up new locations for me, and that means they're all in the second castle, so time to get a... I would say it's a difficulty spike, but really it's just... the game does get harder, but we're not going to really notice it unless I take damage somewhere and then die.
Which, like you said, even with a couple levels you've picked up, everything's still one-shotting you at this point.
I don't think it's going to be one-shotting necessarily, except for very specific enemies. There's some that, like, even in the second castle, they don't really do much. Shocker, this game isn't really well balanced.
And I'm sure the randomizer only helps with that.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Are there any kind of guarantees to what you find in the shop? Is it just sort of arbitrary what's located there based on the logic, or is there like some things you will always see there?
So what it does is it takes the normal item that is in the game for the vanilla version and then randomizes that amongst that item type. So if there's a shield in that spot normally, it's a shield, but it's a random shield.
Gotcha. Okay.
Something
cool.
like that. So you are guaranteed to find a shield. You're guaranteed to find like potions of some kind. There's a chance there's also a relic there, because there is a relic that is sold in that room normally, but because there are more locations than there are relics, there's a chance that it's just empty.
Gotcha.
Also, that's like not a boss fight, but it's a story encounter thing. That's what the holy glasses are required for. There's like a million different ways that you can skip Richter in this game, but using the holy glasses is the intended solution. And then we can now move on into the second castle.
Less than $100 away from hitting that 8K mark, by the way. Keep those donations coming, y'all.
Hey, fun fact, 7919 is actually a prime number.
Oh, it is.
I mean, we're technically at 79.18 and 69 cents.
Of course.
That one's... Oh. I hope y'all are enjoying. Got the first two of a number of Metroidvanias that are coming up this weekend. Emre, right next to me, you're going to be running both Metroid Dread and Hollow Knight, actually, later in the week, so...
Sure am.
we were putting the schedule together, I was just like, I like Metroidvanias. Let's do a lot of those. Those are great.
Does anyone know if
Two absolutely killer games.
Does anyone know if I owe them a cool thing? I think I do, right?
You know what?
We got $20 from Anonymous saying no message, but I
That's
think we
close enough.
I think we
That's
can make an
yeah,
exception.
that's cool.
I think you also had one banked still.
Yeah,
There
I
was
think
one time
two.
earlier where
We'll,
Okay.
we'll say 2.
This is my favorite sprite in the entire game. If I don't get hit, please. This.
What?
What?
The hell is that?
It is the face. I don't know.
The face.
It is man unmasked.
Level up.
That spell also has inconsistent damage hitboxes. Sometimes it just shreds enemies. Single cast kills literally anything. Sometimes you have to cast it 4 or 5 times to kill basic.
That doesn't surprise me.
What is a man? It's this.
We figured it out. We found him.
Why don't you have that as an emote, DB?
I could.
That's a solid emote.
Dude, that's
That's
I'll
a
be
solid
I'll be
emote.
real with you.
I know
That's-
someone who does have that as an emote.
That's a
so
solid
out of
emote.
respect, it's a Ben Otten emote, so I would never
is
steal
it?
it from him. Yeah. More exploration, lots of breakable walls and secrets. Honestly, we've only found 1 Vlad relic. We've only found holy glasses so far. The seed is a little bit stingy as far as progression goes, but it's just a matter of time. These randomizers, there's I forget the exact total number of item locations. If you like the clock puzzle the first time, you're gonna love it the second
oh,
time.
baby.
But upside down.
Is it the same
It's
numbers?
the same numbers.
Yeah.
This room is really annoying because you can die, and I am
Oh, yeah.
getting owned. Oh my goodness.
Bet you wish you picked up
Invisibility.
more meal
Please
tickets
don't kill me.
now.
Please don't kill
Yeah.
me. Please don't kill me. Please don't
And
kill
what
me.
those could have done for you.
That is not the spell I wanted. Please. This is
This room looks awful.
So you know how Super Metroid, they have their worst room in the game?
Yeah.
This is our worst room in the game. And there's a mirror image right on the other side of this room. So we have 2 back-to-back. All right.
That was a much more effective spell.
DB definitely wanted to soul steal away from these gears
I
because
think I
they could
hit
actually hit them. Yeah, I heard the click.
Okay, thank you. All right. This one's also, it's just, everything is so awkward when it's upside down. Why? And of course, infinitely spawning Medusa heads that will
Medusa
turn you to
heads.
stone.
The classic.
Is there a dono for DB and Blacktastic to read the final lines between Alucard and Dracula?
I would love to do that, yes. If we hit 8K before the end of this run, I will do that.
All right, let's make it happen. Chat, even more. You can get cool stuff. You can get cool line readings. You can move us towards that Kingdom Hearts 2 nightmare difficulty that Hobbs and I are
We
going to
did
do.
the Poke
Make it
rap
happen.
earlier.
What, Coco?
We did the Poke rap earlier.
Oh, we did the
We're
Poke.
down for anything.
Yeah. We ate so many bananas.
I double-fisted bananas. I'm
kind of over bananas at this point, if I'm being
Yeah.
real.
I think that was it.
That's good because we ate.
Did
all
he
of them,
just,
I think.
he did the thing that I said I didn't want him to do in the first castle, he did it in the second
Oh,
castle.
he hit the switch
He
for you?
hit the switch.
What a nice,
no.
what a nice guy.
It was right as I was leaving too. Stop using that spell. This is a meltdown on the 9th degree, and I am loving it. Okay. I heard it get clicked twice. There it is. That should be all of them unless I missed one. I did not.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Cool.
Rune Sword. That
Rune
wasn't
Sword.
even for anything particular. We just got an extra item that I probably won't use. I'll try and clip out of bounds here. It could be funny. It did not work. It's random whether it happens, or pseudo-random. Not actually random, but
Is
there's
that
no
where
way
you
to control.
bonked that invisible wall? And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you bonk that invisible wall, it misaligns your positioning, and you can just clip through using that screen transition. Oh, Echo of Bat. I don't really need it, but I'll grab it anyways.
Yeah, you would need Echo Abat initially to navigate the Spike Breaker Dark Room to get the Spike Breaker, but this is Randomizer. He already got Spike Breaker. It's kind of like null.
Yeah, it's the intended solution, especially if you're playing the game casually, and it can be useful for a couple of things. But yeah, even that room, you don't necessarily need it to get through there if you know what you're doing.
So we already hit the 8K.
Okay.
We got three donations in that entire time. We got $30 from Jatera saying read those lines. We have $10 from Sunny Day saying here's to reading those lines, and we have $40. Need to hear the final dialogue read by DB and Bobby.
All right, well, we're getting it.
Let's get it.
Who's playing Dracula?
Bobby.
Okay.
Bobby does the best Dracula.
Bobby's
I've
a
ever
natural
heard.
Drac.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep it up,
Alucard
chat.
is pretty easy to do. He's just the aloof pro tag voice. Also, those floating skulls, I am considering they might kill me if I hit them. They do a ton of damage.
Yeah, this is my personal worst room in the game when it comes to Richter mode at the very least.
Yeah. Well, Richter dies to like everything.
A true glass cannon.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, in the Richter mode, he doesn't level up. He gets like incrementally small like HP boosts for every like HP up that you get or every boss that you kill.
Yeah,
It's
this
getting
moves-
another $25 for those lines that we already hit, but still appreciate it. It's from Tony Roman 956, so that's another obscure trick. We also got $20 from Anonymous, no message.
Please. Thank you. I'll show off something right now. I bought these 2 fire boomerangs earlier. I have 4 actually. Wow, that's a lot. They overwrite certain animations in this game, so if I throw all 6 and then backdash, it like carries the backdash momentum.
Oh, that's sick.
Hold on.
I want you to destroy some nerd behind you.
There it is. It delays the transformation animation, and it like maintains your momentum during that whole thing. You can do it with jumps as well. So if I get into a room like this, I can do like, oh, that is terrifying. Please do not. First of all, you need to go if I'm going to show this off. But yeah, you can do that, and it gives you a big jump.
Whoa, that's sick, dude.
There's some potential to like soft lock the game if you do that a little bit weird.
You can soft
like-
lock the game with that. Thankfully, I don't even have the relic that allows you to soft lock, so there was
Yeah.
0 chance of that happening.
Yeah.
All right, let's put these back on. I'm also going to save the game because you just said the word soft lock, and I'm nervous. There are many ways you can soft lock in this game if you're very, very unlucky, or if you just like happen to do the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Whoa! What is $1,000 donation?
Hello? Oh my goodness.
So that was a K. That was just
That
dropped
was
by
a
George
Straight
Doris.
stack.
What does this button do? Well, it gives you 9,000 unique tricks.
That's
now-
40,
now-
that's
this now
40
trick
tricks
joke.
right
That's
now.
Okay.
40 tricks.
I will be showing off. That's the female version of this enemy. It's incredibly rare that it spawns, so that's actually lucky.
1 down, 39 to go.
I'm also
Gotta watch
very
out.
close
Yeah.
to being unalive, so let's fix that real quick. I just got the goddess shield. We could show that off with the shield rod, aka Maul Block. That is not the right equipment.
See, someone in the chat said donation is up for their best ooh woo voice when doing Alucard and Dracula.
Oh,
If we can get that, I want 10K.
This gives you
I want 10K for
yeah.
that. 1,000 for.
That spell gives you protection from dark, and also it just summons a guy that.
Why is there
Just
a
a guy.
guy?
Gosh.
That's all this game
That
really
just
is.
summons
It's just a
Steve from
guy.
accounting. He shows up and he tries to do your taxes, and you're like, my guy.
Read the room. We're
Are
not
you
like.
It's September.
Oh my god, this
packing
thing is laggy.
khakis down there. That's good.
Yeah, really good wing smash tech where you can just kind of like ride the slopes, like the stairs of the ceiling.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of like terrain boosting that you can get with the bat. It increases like the skill ceiling for the movement in this game. So if you wing smash against certain terrain, it'll like follow that like line as you do it. So if it slopes downward, you can get like downward momentum off of them too, and you can use that for like really fast like diagonally downward movement. That is not the weapon I want.
This is
to use.
also a contender for like best death screen.
Oh, this one's really good. You definitely
let's
want to
hear it.
listen. Let's use that.
Man, his head explodes.
He always sounds like Hank Hill to me. I don't know. It's just.
Damn it, Bobby. Sorry about it.
Sorry, Bobby.
But Dad,
Wow.
Right, I
I'm only
tell you
on
what.
level 9.
Oh, my God.
That's a really good Bobby.
That was so much better than my Hank Hill.
Oh my
We
goodness.
just got $26 from Shrieklet saying, why don't I press donate and see?
Ooh.
So now you have 37,000 more tricks. You gotta show.
You know,
It's never going to end.
it's.
Just keep tricking.
You just got to
We're
keep
gonna
gaming.
keep tricking. As soon as I find something interesting, I will do it. I feel like we're still have yet to find anything that like unlocks anything.
Yeah.
This is an incredibly like brutal
bare.
seed at the start.
Yeah, I always kind of bring this up with randomizers that sometimes you want the scope of your checks to stay a little narrow so like the path makes sense. So at the beginning, you instantly gaining access to the second castle, I imagine is not like ideal for... Yeah, that's like everything's on the field.
And that's a literal useless relic. All it does is show the names of enemies as you like do damage to them. It doesn't progress the game at all. There's a lot of weird like semi-useless or fully useless relics in this game. Like they locked the ability to see how much damage you're doing behind a relic. So sometimes that shows up and it's like, oh great, that could have been literally anything else.
Yeah.
I can show off something really interesting that I think a lot of people don't know, which is this fight up here with Doppelganger. You can actually affect Doppelganger with status effects the same way Alucard can get affected by status effects. And I happen to have in my inventory the Stone Sword. So this actually applies stone to him. And then you can just wail on him while he's stoned.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Really is it?
To be fair, if you let him hit you, he is one of the most annoying bosses. So he deserves it.
That input read and...
Yeah, and he has like an insta-kill combo where he can poison you and then wing smash into you. Because he can also wing smash the same way I'm doing it. And yeah, it's like an invincible reversal, frame one, like nothing you can do about it.
Oh, this was a chunky room.
Yeah, this is...
Are those chickens?
They are dark octopi.
Oh. I'm going to call them chickens.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's normal.
Yeah, this will be like in a casual playthrough a really good way to like just grind levels in the second castle.
Dark octopi, but I repeat myself.
They look like chicken heads. Look like some roosters up there. Foghorn Leghorn just like had a bad day.
Yeah, no water's on the ceiling.
Yeah. This is a infamously like weird room for a lot of people. Oh, okay, I'll take it. Force of Echo is literally an upgrade to the Echo ability I got earlier. Now it just does damage.
Oh,
So it's like slightly useful for a couple of places if you want to break open a candle or break open like a wall
Yeah, you could-
while you're still in bat form.
You don't have to
wait
drop
for
out.
The,
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for the animation of you like untransforming and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
I see a lot of chat trying to rally for that 10K. Can we hit that during this run so we can do our best ooh voices?
Oh, I don't want to do ooh.
He
I
doesn't-
will.
on the
But
table.
I want
I
to get to
will.
10K. So let
If you want to make me suffer, yes, 10K will do it.
10K, baby.
You're actually just kind of pitching it.
I know. If anybody from my stream is watching, they love to see me suffer. It's just a tradition at this point.
yeah, whether you've done like chaos or whether you've done crowd control SotN, like there are very many ways that you can just like hinder the progress of your player character.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that have been developed for this game to make it very painful to play. This room is interesting, specifically on the Xbox version. Those Rock Knights that are throwing those rocks, their hitboxes get displaced for some reason. So you could just like run into an invisible hitbox that does a lot of damage and can just kill you. So that's BS. That can happen.
Oh, hey, it's our bosses again.
Oh yeah, these guys, it's a common trope where it's like, you used to be a boss, now you're just a normal enemy. You've been demoted.
A lot of games do it.
Castlevania 1 did that.
Yep.
The very first. The Bat Knight, or the Bat boss from the first level
yeah.
was just a normal enemy in the last level.
Just a dude chilling.
This game
Just
takes a
Steve
lot
from
of
accounting later.
homages, makes a lot of homages to CV1. Like, the bosses that normally drop the 5 pieces of Vlad are the 5 main bosses in CV1. So you have Death, Medusa, Mummy,
Darkwing.
Creature, a.k.a.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Aquadon.
Yeah. And then what's the last one?
I didn't
The
realize that.
Darkwing?
big bat. Darkwing
Darkwing,
bat.
yeah.
The big bat, yeah.
Maybe I've slept
the
on
big
Soap
one.
for too long.
It's a
Have
good
you ever
game.
played SotN?
I did. I played once, and I got an ending, and I was like, awesome. And then everyone in my chat said, you didn't finish. And I
That
was like, no, I did.
They were credits.
Those are credits right there, I swear. That is the end of the game.
I earned this.
It is way less transparent in Symphony tonight whether you beat the game or not if you got the bad ending
You still
than in
get
others.
I Am the Wind even on bad ending, which
Yeah.
is like this really cheesy, like, victory theme song at the end of the credits, and yeah.
I've long since intended to give it another shot, but the game felt totally inscrutable about what was actually left. So I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
well, if you're not going to take this seriously, neither will I.
Is there like a category extension where you just get the bad ending?
Yes, and it has the dumbest trick. One of the dumbest. I shouldn't say the dumbest. There are many dumbs. There are many, many dumb tricks. But one of the dumbest tricks that exists in speedrunning this video game. You know those like flea riders that we saw earlier in the run? The only relic you get in that run is the leap stone, which lets you double jump. You have to double jump and dive kick off of their heads up to the very top where Richter is and then kill him with like nothing else. And I've only ever completed a run of it once out of like 50 tries.
Wow.
It was brutal.
We did just get a $100 donation from Mello saying author Blue Woos.
Author what?
Blue.
Blue woo.
Oh, that
Blue.
face. I can
accepting.
taste the disdain from here.
You are causing
I can
great
kick people
pain
from my
for a
Discord
great
from my
cause. Thank
phone.
you so much.
I have the power. I was only $810 away from so much funny stuff, chat. Make it happen. $10,000 on day one. That would be incredible.
All right, so we're coming up on what is, oh, thank you. We finally found a progression item. This is going to open up the caverns back in the first castle. Just goes to show how brutal this seed is. It's causing me to backtrack a lot. But coming up is the hardest boss in the game. A lot of those bosses looked very, like, easy, but I assure you this is the hard, like, what, 12,000 total HP? Insane amount of HP. So let's see if we can do it.
Is this Galamoth?
This is Galamoth, yeah.
He was the final boss of Kid Drak.
That is true, yeah. And that is part of the shared Symphony of the Night Castlevania timeline. It is canon,
awesome.
yeah. Yeah, this boss fight's really, really hard. Trust me, it's tough. I'm pressing the same button a lot here.
Just don't drop the combo.
In rhythm.
You know, he was way harder in Kid Dracula.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways that you can take this boss
There
down.
it
Especially since you have the duplicator at the beginning of the game, you can just easily fell him.
Damn,
For
he fell
reference,
off.
all of the other bosses die in like 4 or 5 of those like throwing stars.
Yeah.
It took him like 40.
Yeah.
It's just the amount of like just inflated HP he has is ridiculous.
What an absolute tank.
And
Yo,
we found turkey. Nice.
Nice.
That's actually what we were here for, is the turkey.
I'm just here for the turkey, man.
Well met, my son. Would you like a to-go plate?
Father. Yes, I am very hungry. Oh my goodness. Oh, fun fact, these enemies, if you kill them, it just drops, like the game freezes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just not like you killing them.
Yeah, the animation that plays during their death, like, has to load or something like that, and the game just has to, like, how does this play again? Oh, like this, okay. And then the game catches up to it. And this combo that I'm doing for the Wing Smash is this, like, 8-step input of, like, 3/4 circle while holding the jump button, then releasing it. So if any one of those inputs I input during the screen just freezing, it drops the input entirely.
Ugh.
Yeah, so like I could just end up trying to Wing Smash, the Wing Smash fails, and then get hit, and then it's really annoying. From here, we'll just do the full circle. We're already in the second castle. That's another thing with routing these randomizers, is a lot of the time, if you're in a place, it's just sometimes like, yes, I can go do other stuff, but it's just faster to finish up doing more checks in here, because you could find something that doesn't directly give you more progression, but like lead to more progression like later on.
We did just get another $25 from Anonymous saying, do a trick.
Do a trick. What's a trick I can do here?
Dance for me.
Dance for.
Oh, I don't have the item. If I had the item that actually showed how much damage I was doing, I could show you guys that the hitbox for those rock knights, if you hit the rock specifically, it hurts them on every single frame that there's a hitbox inside of them. They have no iframes.
Wow.
They are the only enemy that works like that. At least that I'm aware of. I could be wrong about like some random small tidbits here, because this game is just absolutely massive with like its number of weird interactions and stuff like that.
785 until drag ooh voices. That's what I'm talking about. Keep those donations coming, chat.
That
gamers.
relic is Gas Cloud. When I transform into the Mist, which I don't have yet, I will do damage, and it's poison damage as well.
It looks like fart.
It's just a fart.
Poison farts.
Yeah.
But I repeat myself.
I will say the soundtrack of this game is just always delightful.
Yeah.
And the randomized
Absolute
music
banger.
makes it like some of the we haven't heard my favorite song yet. actually. Enchanted Banquet is the name of it. I have a whole emote dedicated to it. I'm sure we'll hear it eventually.
What the ooh?
Yeah.
We heard that.
Did we?
Yeah, I think it was like a boss theme in First Castle.
Oh, then yeah. It's more funny when it's another meal ticket.
Does this randomizer do the thing where it can randomize music?
Yes, this is randomized music. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I guess I didn't notice because it is normally a boss theme. The boss themes, when they're playing in like normal areas, it feels very out of place. Yeah, and one in particular, it's like this. Somebody called it "Stubbed Toe" in E minor. Yeah.
Oh, Nova Skeleton in my closet.
Those Nova Skeletons, if I get hit by the beam, they will do a lot of damage. It probably wouldn't one-shot me, but I could get comboed and possibly die. But I had iframes at the time, so I was not worried, not even a little bit. Lesser Demon over here is a boss we will see later, but he's demoted to normal enemy in this area.
It really does take a sting away that you're seeing him here first.
Right.
Yeah. He's also Lesser Demon, so I don't think it's like his rank in the Dracula Demon Army is known. He's not a high-ranking officer.
He gets demoted after you beat him.
Yeah.
All right. You suck. Sorry.
Oh, that's another unique enemy called the Hell Beast. They're only like in that room and one other room in the game. And they drop some interesting items. There's some enemies in this game that really only exist for you to farm items off of them, and that's it. But the randomizer gives you access to those items, like just to find throughout. I think I even have the sword that they drop normally, and I can show that off on this boss coming up here. So this is the grossest boss in the game. His name's Beelzebub.
Oh, very laggy on PSX.
Yeah. So he doesn't have any attacks.
This douchebag.
Oh.
His only attacks is spawning flies. He just sits there. Like, as long as you don't get hit by the flies, he can't do anything. But he is weak to fire, and I have...
Some flame stars. And
I have the Marsil.
a lot of
I
seed.
think we're all kind of weak to fire.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna lie. I'd
look
probably
how
get
long
messed
the
up.
hitbox lingers. It lingers for... It's just an explosion that lingers forever after you do it, and you can just spam the attack. It's really powerful. And he has a little bit of health left after you break off some of his pieces, and I can just wing smash into him to finish him off. It's a lot safer than trying to like deal with dodging those flies and stuff like that. So that's like one of the more preferred ways to kill him in a randomizer. As long as you have the bat ability, you can just wing smash back and forth if you want a safe way to kill him.
You said that the wing smash is a pretty complicated input?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, not for you, but I mean, like, for me, a human.
Right.
Yeah.
A mere mortal.
So you could probably, like, just by learning, like, what the input is, you could do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But every time that I'm doing it for more than, like, a full second, I have to redo the input over and over and over again. Like, if you look at my... This is a good chance to show it off, actually. If you look at my mana bar, every time it, like, ticks downwards, that's me doing the input again. So it ticks down every single time I'm doing that input. And I'm maintaining that input while it's lagging, by the way. So if I go too fast, it'll drop the input as well. So that's like one of the like harder movement sections that you're going to see in the run. But yeah, you have a 63 frame window after doing the first one to do it again to allow the chain to continue. This is known as chaining wing smashes.
Yeah.
So if you have like a long hallway like that, like I did like 3 of them in that hallway, and you're just constantly doing it over and over and over again to maintain like that high speed. This is Grant, Trevor, and Sypha from CB3, except they're evil because I think Dracula or Shaft or somebody's just like trying to mess with Alucard. Like, these are your friends, but they're evil now. Woo! Normally they don't spawn a relic, but Mouse, the developer of the randomizer, it didn't spawn a relic this time, but they have the potential to spawn relics only in the randomizer, which is an interesting little addition. It just so happens that there is a flag in that room to spawn a relic. That's just left over that Mouse found and like re-enabled. But in the base game, it's like not meant for that to happen. So really, really like unique coincidence, because otherwise that boss, there'd be 0 reason to ever visit them, because it's just a hallway that you could just skip if there was nothing in there. So because of that, it's added more. I'll grab it for funsies. This is the relic I was talking about that now I can show off like how much damage I'm actually doing. Please don't hit me. Ow.
Very rude of it.
Yeah, you asked nice.
Luckily enough, I've killed enough bosses here that like I'm a high enough level now that I'm not just going to instantly die. Like, killing Galamoth is all you need, and you get to, like, level 30-something. So we're, like, ways away from just, like, randomly getting hit and dying. So I'm pretty, like, comfortable and lax with my movement here.
It's really beneficial that, like, all of that
Finally.
that all of those level ups are into one sequence. Whereas in,
yeah.
like, later games, like Circle of the Moon,
Yeah.
in like, all bosses, you level
Level
up
up.
26 times.
Yeah. Yeah, you like do the any % route, you throw bones for a second, and then it's like a minute of leveling up.
Yeah, this game, that's actually important speedrun tech in this game where you can stack level ups by killing like multiple bosses on the same frame. Like there's the strat in any % where you do that, and it saves like half a second.
You said that the go mode item you're kind of looking for are all those items of Vlad.
Yep, and we have 2 out of 5 so far.
Okay.
So we're making progress, and we still have like a decent amount of the first castle left to check. But while I'm here, we're going to finish up what I can do of the second castle. Actually, I should go do this other thing first before I forget. So far, I'm 99% sure I haven't missed a check yet. Because there's a lot. There's a lot. There is a tracker that does exist for this game that is like integrated into like BizHawk the emulator. So if you opened the map up while you had the tracker, it would just show little dots on the screen of like all the checks you still
Oh, that's
have
really
left.
cool.
Yeah, it makes it so much nicer to play, especially if you're just trying to like casually get through a seed. And you're
That's
like,
it.
oh, what do I still have left to do? And it
Yeah,
automatically like.
I was going to
knocks them
ask
off
you
and stuff.
earlier, like, how easy is it to get into this randomizer if you think this is cool, but you're not, you know, a SotN expert?
Yeah, it's super duper easy. You can go to any web browser, just type in SotN.io, brings up the website, and all the info is there. And that actually is the program that does the randomization of your ISO as well. So
I always say the first thing to make a good randomizer for people to get into is just have a super accurate, easy to use map tracker of some sort
Yes.
to just learn all the checks. So that's super cool that SotN's got access to that.
yeah, it's like a external tool that plugs into BizHawk. So it's not like built into the randomizer itself because it's not necessarily like super possible to modify the game in that way to like
Sure.
change the map. So it's like an external tool thing.
But like having the ability for it to draw over the map.
That was
and
another
tell
heavy
you
was a
checks,
crazy-
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does make it's just a great quality of life thing for playing the randomizers often as like we do. Okay, I might as well just, since I don't have a library card, hilarious that we still haven't found one. I've done like a million item checks, still no library cards. Whatever, I'm not mad. You're mad.
And you say library cards. There are multiple library cards
There's
you can
like
find.
10 possible.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
I was like, maybe there
yeah,
are 3 or 4.
yeah, you buried the lead on that one. I thought we were looking for one item in a giant pool.
No, there's like 10 in the entire game or something like that, and they're all in the possible pool. At my, probably like, it's probably, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like the drop itself is stuck behind like a rare enemy drop or something
Right.
like that, like for a couple of them. That can happen. Because like the pool of items, it doesn't matter necessarily like if every single item is like obtainable. Like the randomizer doesn't care. So there are some seeds where some items just don't exist. But it never like cuts you off from finishing the game. It's just certain like for example, like Stone Sword might be impossible to find in certain seeds.
Sure.
Yeah, that wraps up our... Oh, except for one extra check I can still do. Let me grab this warp while I'm still here. There's like one check left in the second castle that I still have access to, and then we're going to go back to the first castle and do a little bit of extra exploration there. The main thing I'm really missing is like the form of mist. It's just an arbitrary like, hey, you need this to get past these specific gates kind of thing. Jewel of Open is kind of similar. There's blue doors that you need Jewel... Okay, there's nothing there. You need Jewel of Open to open up blue doors because, hey, we need a lock and key system. It's a Metroidvania or whatever. But yeah. Back to the first castle we go. Another thing that could unlock like a very specific check would be like Soul of Wolf as well. It opens up this like secret cave thing that exists that's like there's no way for people to have known about it without just like buying a guide or something like that. One of those kinds of quote-unquote puzzles.
80s, 90s gaming, baby.
Yeah. Gotta sell strategy guides somehow.
Are you subscribed to Nintendo Power? Nope.
No? No.
No more?
Do they still make it?
No,
Okay.
No.
Okay.
not for many years.
If I was still subscribed, that means I'm getting scammed.
We're still charging you, by the way.
So what's this line on my credit card bill?
Well,
Nintendo
I've
Power.
been waiting for like 3 years for my Nintendo Powers to come through. They're just stuck in the mail, I guess. I'll try and show off something cool here. There's a zip I can do. No. I'll give it like 2 more tries. It's like a 2-frame window. No, I was a little late.
We just got a $100 donation by Jake Cortez that says no message.
Yo,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so much.
That's 4 more
I can't
tricks
do it.
to the 500 trick pool.
We're close to Woo Dracula and Alucard final lines, and we're also close to that Kingdom Hearts 2 Nightmare difficulty segment. I know Spike Vegeta definitely wants to experience a lot of that, so keep those donations coming, y'all.
Keep them coming in. Again, guys, also for every $25 you throw down, or just $25, you are into the drawing for that daily prize, the modded PlayStation. Then maybe you can play Symphony of the Night on right now. That'd be sick.
With that PlayStation, you would be able to run the randomizer.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
think about it. You could play this right now on that sucker.
Yeah, the randomizer is fully compatible with original hardware as well. So that PlayStation would be able to run this.
Yeah, that along with Super Mario 3D All-Stars for your Nintendo Switch and that beautiful Zelda and Loftwing amiibo in that collection as well. Again, just donate at least $25 and you're in the running for it.
I'm not going to lie. I'm putting in $25 to try and win that PlayStation.
Yeah.
That is like
It's
the
such a cheap
coolest-
buy-in,
It's
like-
so cool. The ability to play like so many different games all backed up on like not having to worry about CDs, like and it outputs like high definition outputs and stuff like that. It's so nice.
Imagine how many like playthroughs of Croc, Legend of the Gobos, you can play through on that thing.
Think of Croc. Like we're sitting here like, oh, Symphony of the Night, Final Fantasy, Resident
It's
Evil.
no Croc though. Let's be honest with
Croc,
ourselves.
Really isn't.
This is my Croc machine. God.
Remember when Turbo Dog said like the Xbox 360 is just strictly a $200 sewing machine?
Yeah, for most of the SotN runners, the Xbox 360 is just specifically for speedrunning SotN because it has advantage with like load times and lag and stuff like that. Unfortunately, the randomizer doesn't work on that version though.
No.
A tournament console for Evil Zone? That is a based chatter. Thank you, Alucard X6.
Yo, and Oro bringing up in chat. Did somebody say 5-card Forbidden Memories coming preloaded? We can get 5
Yeah,
and
you could do
15.
that. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Keys, we need to donate.
Well, you see, I already have my PlayStation 2 modded,
Oh.
and that's how Sky and I
Believe it
did
or not,
Forbidden Memories.
Believe it or not, won't run Bubsy 3D though.
Wow.
It actually rejects it.
As is its right.
Incentive donation,
This
go
can
for
run
playing
anything.
Croc.
No.
Let's get to 10,000, then we can talk.
Yeah, we'll talk about Krog later.
Less than $700 to the 10K.
That's what I'm saying.
$685
Right there.
dues.
This isn't really a trick,
Getters.
but this voice acting is amazing.
I'll guide you to meet your
What?
Wow.
I'll guide you to your destiny.
Oh wait, that's an item. I need that. Hold on. Let me not forget.
That's like one of Adaf's like many voices. Just
I'm this NPC from our tabletop game, yes.
Oh, I get to show off the cow. Let's go.
There's a cow in this game?
There is a cow in this game. I will show off the cow. That was just a block of Swiss cheese up there. There's so many beautiful sprites in this game and like random items.
And
that
then there's Swiss cheese.
then there's cheese. It's just called cheese, so maybe the Swiss version is just the dominant version of cheese in this universe. Here it is. This is like the best, one of the best sprites in the game. I said that about the other one. This one's also really good.
move.
No,
It's
that's
literally
solid.
a cow.
It's just a cow. It increases your defense.
I was going to say, what's the benefit of
This
that?
this game just has like a guy and a cow and a face.
I love this game because to me it just feels like everybody was sitting around the day that they were the one day that they spent programming this game. Like, should we add a cow? Let's add a cow. We're gonna add a cow.
Everyone was brainstorming and no one felt comfortable saying no.
Yeah. Nobody was ready to be like, are we sure we need a cow? No, we need a cow.
Okay, thank God someone else said it first.
It's like everyone was writing down ideas and they figured they'd go a second pass to clean it up, and then 5 o'clock came and it was like, oh, that's it.
Well, yes, we're done here.
I'll try and show off an out of bounds that you can do here. If I do this wrong, I think I might be. I shouldn't soft lock if I do it wrong, but we're
Shouldn't.
We'll be fine. I'll be very, very safe to make sure that doesn't happen. I just need to set up right here. As long as I kill her off screen. Wait a second. The door that's supposed to stop me from entering this room doesn't spawn properly, and then it spawns in, pushes me down through the floor. The screen flashes. I'm very sorry about that. And then we make it through, and it like skips like 10 seconds of like.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's used in all bosses.
We just got a $20 donation by BD Bonk that says donating because everyone, including Spike and Hobbs, needs to know how fun Cage 2 Rando Nightmare difficulty is.
Yo, I've never played Nightmare difficulty, so I'm looking forward to it.
I also got $25 from my conductor that is no message, but it is another trick to add.
Is me getting owned a trick? Because that just happened.
Wow.
When you're underwater and you take damage, you just go flying. Like, I'm just stuck and stunned this whole time.
Wow.
Yep. Like, they really love to exaggerate, like, the animations in this game.
And you were really prepared to show off that trick right there.
Yeah, taking damage, totally a trick. Wasn't me doing that on accident. It was part of the please be a library card.
Can we talk about how every single Metroidvania has some form of frog and they're always kind of terrible?
Yeah.
You know how I was talking about the hitbox being displaced on the Xbox version? The frogs do that as well. Those are the only two enemies.
Of course they do.
So that can happen with, and it's just it's frogs and rock knights. I do want to check to see if this is a library card right away, but we're not actually going to go down that way. So
I think we just give the library card that don't exist.
They're fake.
we're going to find out.
You know what isn't fake, though, is this $25 anonymous donation that says Slice.
It is a library card.
Yay!
So it took you an hour and 11 seconds.
Please don't tell me that.
I wonder how often your seeds don't get a library card in the first hour.
It's not super likely. Like, there are some seeds where you never... Oh, that's pizza, by the way. Let me grab that.
Yo, let's go, pizza.
It's just a box.
It just made my stomach growl.
All right, everybody, what's your favorite pizza topping? Let's hear it.
Oh no, everyone's gonna hate me.
Oh, no.
Why are you gonna...
I am a. Everyone's looking. Oh no.
Yeah, well, you
Are you a
brought
pineapple?
Yeah,
you
you
set
do.
the
I am
stage.
a pineapple pizza person.
You're a
who
pineapple
dips it-
apologist, is what you're telling me, yes.
I dip it in ranch.
Okay, you lost me.
Whoa.
You
had
had
me
me
at
at
pineapple.
pineapple.
Ranch?
Yeah.
Yes.
That had dips and valleys
We'll
to
still
it.
do pineapple. Yeah.
When you said it was going to be a problem, I was like,
It's
just going to say
fine.
pineapple, and I'm okay with that. And then you said ranch, and you lost me instantly. How did you pull that
I
I
live
live
off?
with
with this.
that.
I live
I
with
live
this.
with
We order pizza at all. She immediately just goes straight to the fridge, and we have like one of those like gallon-sized
gallon.
Hidden Valley Ranch bottles, and she just
gallon.
slams it on the table violently.
You need the whole gallon. Is what you're telling me.
A literal gallon.
Yes.
Okay. You're valid.
Yeah, some of us are normal. We just prefer anchovies.
Right, we just
Right.
anchovies all day, baby.
Though, but like unironically, this was my opportunity to say I do actually like anchovies.
I'm basic.
Oh, you did?
I like pepperoni a lot. I'm basic.
Spike, is that really your opinion over there?
Tech test. There's no such thing as a pineapple apologist because we don't need to apologize for our good taste. Wow.
So remember how we got the nose demon earlier on, our friend that made all those lovely lines? This is why we need him.
あら、こんなところにスイッチがあるわね。それじゃ今週の目玉、ポチッとな。
Bobby, do you happen to know what that translates to?
Nope.
No clue?
Is it the same as the English translation? A switch. I didn't know it was the same as the English translation.
I'm just guessing, bro. I don't know.
Did you say that relic was Japanese only?
Yes, but there is an English version of it that
Okay,
also
so there's like
Oh, yeah, let's not like
Okay.
how do you get in
another
there?
now we're in library.
Two library cards.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yep.
See, I think I would appreciate the switch there more if he had the ferryman's voice. She's like,
What's this, the switch?
That's
Maybe I should press this key.
the English version basically sounds like that, yeah. We just never found the English version, so whatever. So yeah, you have two chances to find that like mechanism that opens that area up. I should be able to show off something that is going to make some people very sick and some people think that it is very sick. So yeah, I have meal tickets.
Let's see what side you're on.
I'm so stoked.
So either you think this is sick or you think it's sick. It's either like sick or sick. We'll find out. I just need... There it is, Toadstool. These are all the different food items in the game. There's like a million. Toadstool is the only one that can hurt you. So this is PlayStation 1 exclusive, by the way. It clips you out of bounds.
What?
And it corrupts what the game looks like.
Yo,
So,
this is sick.
it's sick,
Yo.
right? I got another toadstool. That's really funny. So yeah, the game
Third
is
castle.
the game is fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is bad. We're not gonna crash the game or soft lock. It doesn't cause any like issues like that. It just is a purely aesthetic thing. It's like trying to load the palette from the old area, but under this like new terrain and context. So it's like taking the old terrain, trying to apply it to this new area, and it just like corrupts what it looks like. This room is supposed to be completely dark. You're not supposed to be able to see anything. So like I can just maneuver through here. This is that spike room where like every single like there's spikes everywhere, just to show you like that.
Oh yeah. Proof.
Oh god. Just showing you
Proof.
again that there's still spikes. You know they haven't changed.
Spikes take a percentage of your max HP, so
Yeah,
really,
they are
really
very
careful.
difficult to like. It's like 5 or 6 hits and you die, no matter how large your HP pool is. So it can be pretty brutal.
I feel like I'm just watching like Pokemon Blue No Save
I was
Question right
gonna
now.
say.
Yeah,
it
it's
really
similar
isn't.
vibes. There's a couple places you can do this in this game, but this is like the most accessible that I had access to. If I had the Soul of Wolf, I could do like what's known as wolf clipping, where you have to like untransform while jumping into a slope. Oh, it also like when you light, this is like lighting the room up. It changes the way it looks as well. Please don't die. Thank you. All right, just to be safe, I'm going to grab a little bit of extra HP off this Soul Steel. It's a little bit faster than menuing to open, to like grab a potion and then use that.
Yeah, it's just smooth sailing from here.
Yeah. So this is like how I remember playing the game as a kid. How about you guys?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Familiar.
Don't want to forget this room. This is like the one use of that Force of Echo just to open that like one breakable wall. Yeah. Nothing in there. Literally nothing in there. Couldn't see a thing. Oh yeah, the lava on the floor looks all weird and goopy as well.
Getting some like Genesis Aladdin going on right there.
Oh yes.
Getting out of Cable Wonders.
Okay.
Still never beat that bonus game. It's a bonus game.
We have to be close. I know we only have 2 of the Vlad relics, but there's only like maybe like 15 checks left in the game. We've done most of the game up to this point.
Yeah, I was wondering because like obviously randomizers hit this point where you're just like there are no checks left. It has to give me the thing.
Yeah, we're coming up on the point where like we should be finding the thing soon. This is another like one of those like horror bosses. It's just a thing.
This is one of the coolest looking
Yeah.
bosses in the game.
It's
Yeah.
a conglomerate of
As a
bodies.
non-SotN player, I know that sprite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they changed the name of that boss from Granfaloon in this game to Legion in every other game.
So not that I'm complaining about the graphics on the screen right now, but like what all does eventually get you out of this?
Just going to a new area, which
Just-
actually I should be doing right now with this library card because I literally forgot I had them because it's been so long.
Yeah, you do that in randomizers where you're just like, I just don't have this, the whole seed. And then
Then
it
you get
reaches too far in.
Oh yeah, I had that thing. Okay, let me use it. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So we got Mist from the catacombs. And we also got gold and silver rings, so I should be using those as well. We can use the Mist immediately. Where's my... Hello? Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. I was looking for the mana prism. I'm like, I didn't use it on accident without the duplicator equipped, right? Because if I don't have the duplicator equipped, all of the like the throwing stars, the mana prisms I've been using, the potions, they're single-use items and they're gone forever. So that's like a huge mistake that could happen if you're just not paying attention. This is the lesser demon, and he's gone.
Nice.
The normal enemy.
There's a... He actually happens to... Oh, I should have shown off the Mudman. He spawns a unique enemy that only exists in that boss room, and it's a sub-enemy that spawned from, like, this one boss. And
Mist could pass.
Wow.
Here. Mist could pass. That's
you
why
know?
we need the Mist. Yeah. Because it could
Because it
pass.
could
It
pass.
could.
It could pass. It doesn't always.
Pass
but it
for
could.
what?
It could pass.
It could pass.
Without it, you fail. So you need it to pass. No, my menu's a little messed up because we have that's like the issue of like having so many items is like it gets crowded and like you could do faster menuing if you are if you just have less items basically. The sort feature does help a little bit, but if your preferred items is like one potion and then one sword and then a shield, like you can't have them all at the top of the menu like you would like because you just have too much like garbage clogging it. So we only have like how many checks left in the first castle? I think we only have like 2 more, which is Holy Glasses and Silver Ring.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I forgot a check at the very start of the game. Or not at the very start, but somewhat early. I can show off something cool here.
Hey, something cool.
Thankfully, this probably won't matter. It's probably nothing, right, guys? I didn't...
Oh, no.
Unfortunate.
How is Rando so sentient,
Oh
dude?
my god.
By the way, this is an actual strat. I'm not wasting time because I do have to wait here for a while.
Oh, my God.
If you wait there for 20 seconds, an elevator just drops you down. And there's normally a possible relic check there, but that really hurts. That really hurts.
How does Rando know so well?
Games are sentient.
They really are.
Symphony of the Night Rando is just like...
Yeah.
It can be so brutal sometimes where it's not like hard, it's just like it knows how to make the most annoying possible combination of like places you need to go to, yeah. And it's like, how do we maximize the backtracking here? That happens a lot where you'll get like an item that unlocks like a different item check on the other side of the game. Just like as far as humanly possible from the other places that you're already at. That's one of the reasons why having library cards is so great. So you're never like too far away from something. You could always just be like, okay, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm just gonna use a library card and get closer to it. Like, as well as like grabbing all those extra warps also helps. This is scary because I took off my duplicator. I'm immediately putting it back on before I accidentally use my like mana prism or something. This is another like cinematic thing. This is required in the normal game. You find the gold and silver ring, and then this is what gives you the holy glasses. This is one of those other obscure things where it's like, how are you really supposed to figure this out without just like wearing those items and like wandering around? Their item description says where clock, and the other one says at tower. So you combine them and it's where at clock tower. But to be fair, there's an entire zone called the clock tower, and this is not the clock tower.
Right.
This is just a room that has a big clock in it. All right, and then remember Maria from earlier? Oh, it's just... Well, actually, I do need that. Actually, that does unlock 1 check. There's Maria. Say hi to her. Bye, Maria.
Peace.
You need a stopwatch, don't you?
The stopwatch in this preset always spawns right next to where I need it. Yeah, that's like a great quality of life feature. If you're playing like adventure mode, which is another randomizer preset where it's very similar to this, except it takes way longer because you don't start with all of the movement and like items that I started with. You would just have to find a stopwatch somewhere. It always spawns in this candle right here, and you need that stopwatch for that statue. If you use a stopwatch in this room, it moves that statue, and there's a potential relic right. Never mind, there's nothing there. Just some curry.
Just some curry.
Silver
Curry
ring
is
it
good,
is.
though. Curry's
Oh yeah,
good.
it's delicious. It's also always been a high tier item in Metroid or Symphony of the Night style Metroidvanias, like Castlevania games. It always heals like way much.
Shout out to Curry the Kid.
Good randomizers appreciate curry.
It's a randomizer I can get behind.
This seed is indeed poo-poo, I agree. I've seen worse. I will admit there are way worse ways this could have gone. Actually, we're not done yet. I'm not going to say that I've seen worse because this actually, there's still potential that this could be the worst seed I've ever seen. But very unlikely. That wouldn't happen, right?
No way.
No way. This
No-
is
No
just
way
like
in the
a-
marathon are you going to get the worst possible
Yeah.
seed.
Yeah, earlier I saw someone in the chat is like, they vetted this seed, right? And I'm like, well, no, we did not.
My friend, we pressed a button.
I said randomize, please, thank you. And that's all the prep I did, basically. All right, I think this is like going to, I think this has to be Wolf? And then, yeah, I'm doing every check in the game, I think. Because I need 3 Vlad relics. And this gives me Wolf. It has to. Or, oh no.
Not the statue.
I have
Oh,
Mermaid
yeah,
statue.
you
I
got
use
statue,
Mermaid.
yeah.
This could be a Vlad relic, actually, and that could be good. Or it's Wolf. Those are the only 2 options that I could foresee. Or it's nothing. Okay. I
What?
know. I'm missing a check somewhere then.
Thanks, Maria.
Oh, yeah, that's Maria again. I know. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. We're good. I know where. Okay. So one of these item checks is going to give me Wolf back in the second castle, which we have to then backtrack back there again. And hopefully we don't have to come back to the first castle yet again, but we'll see. That's like the worst case scenario when you have to track between castles over and over and over again. Just like this amount of backtracking costs like minutes every time you want to switch castles. Even if you have like the warps and everything, just the sheer amount of travel time. Because there's no like, we have the library card to get back to the first castle quickly. There's no equivalent for the second castle. You just have to go there the normal way.
There should be like a modded item that has library text just upside down. So it's the upside down.
People have
library
looked
card.
into it, and unfortunately, it's kind of tough. I think recently there's been some breakthroughs on like modifying the way the library card works to send you in different places. So it's technically possible, but nobody's quite figured out the exact way to make that work. I think also you'd have to replace a different item in the game. Like you can't just add new items. So like some random food item maybe would have to like get cut to add that. Because there's only like, what, 41 different food items that give you just arbitrary amounts of health. No, I do want to go this way. Okay. I'm trying to figure like, what's the fastest way to get there? And it's probably this.
Has there ever been a consideration to link all the teleporters? Like a month
Yeah,
ago?
that is a you can do it with a like a cheat code. It basically just like every single teleporter is the only thing you can't do is link them between castles, but within the same castle you can just have them already unlocked. It does break some of the progression though.
Sure.
Like it lets you get into areas that like trivialize certain relics, like the Jewel of Open, for example. You would never need that relic, and it would become useless if you did that. We used to mess around with that cheat code on and did races like a couple years ago, and then it kind of just fell out of favor. It wasn't that popular.
Sure.
We do have to go. It's like a 50-50. They probably both have something, so I'm just going to go to both because there's so few checks left. But I could either go into this inverted library section like all the way near the end, or I can go like a little bit farther up. And I'm already here. Let's just do this.
We did get a $20 donation from Dinner Dog saying, SotN Rando, let's go. Good luck to Dragon Blitz and all the runners.
Shout out to Dinner Dog. Dinner Dog has like, speaking of, if you want to get into Randomizer, if you specifically want to learn more about speedrunning the Randomizer, Dinner Dog has made like a bajillion tutorials.
That's
on
awesome.
like all the different like, it amazes me because there's like a million permutations of situations that come up, and he's like, yeah, I'll make a quick tutorial, like 2-minute tutorial explaining like this trick, this one trick that you may need 1 out of 100 randomizers or whatever. But if you plan on like racing or entering tournaments, yep, of course it is. Those things are just like pieces of knowledge that you want to have.
Yeah, I always think randomizer communities should always just have like a massive strat document for like, yep, here's 17 different ways with whatever build you have or whatever to handle X situation. Now on the next page, here's this situation with 17 different possibilities.
Yeah, we have that. It's just Dinner Dog's YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah, like back in the day, we did kind of like spread out a lot of that information between like different channels or different like the Discord was like trying to like just have a conglomeration of all of those, and then Dinner Dog's like, I'm just gonna make a video for all of this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point, this is either just going to be, I think it has to be Soul of Wolf. Yeah, this has to be Soul of Wolf.
You've reached that low amount. It's got to be, it can't be one of the Vlad items. It has to be something that unlocks more checks.
I lied. It's literally the last Vlad item. I don't know what I'm talking about. What check did I miss that was Soul of Wolf then? I got lucky that I skipped it then, because then that would have
yeah, that
I would
locked
have
off
sent
some
me
checks.
on a rabbit hole of like checking a bunch of things I didn't need. But I'm gonna double check. That is all of them, correct? No, it's not.
You're missing one.
So what am I missing?
Uh-oh.
Well, while you mull that over, we did get $25 from Chrissy Grimm that says, so how about that library card? You hate to see it. Best of luck to all the runners. Love seeing charity streams of fun couch commentary.
Do I have a... I do not. I really don't have Soul of Wolf, huh? Okay, that's very strange. I probably missed like one check that happened to be Soul of Wolf. Because that unlocks 2 checks, and those are the 2 checks that I know I still haven't done. But everything else, I'm trying to remember. Let me think.
Ooh, we've hit this point in the randomizer.
Yeah.
So while he's thinking, We're $570 away
Woo.
from Ooh Dracula.
From Ooh.
From Ooh,
I can't believe we're saying that on night one. We are $570 away from
It's
Ooh
Drac-
Woo Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah,
Dracula.
Entrance check. I did that at the very start of the run. Thank you, chat, for trying to help. We're at that point where it's like chat's like, hey, do this, do this, do this. Which is
It's now a communal effort.
It's a community. Like, please help me. What did I? Did I forget the chapel checks? I think I might have forgotten the chapel checks. Yeah. If it's this exact check, I'm going to be, like, very mad at myself. But, like I said, there's, like, over 100 checks. So forgetting, like, this always happens to me. If I don't have the tracker, like, literally on up on my face, I'm like, I'll just, I'll wing it. I'll figure out, like, we'll find everything. And then it's like, no, you forgot the one thing.
It's always the scariest thing getting into a randomizer, getting to the point where you're like, all right, I don't need the map tracker, but like a game like this, like how many checks are there in the game, and you're routing it differently every time. It's literally a Metroidvania. I feel like it'd be very easy to just, I didn't look at this one spot this time.
That's like the next title for DB's new YouTube video.
The Valorant community actually has a really great tool for that.
Oh, yeah.
There's something called the random map mod where like it automatically gives you all the maps and it shows every single item on that map.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Oh, yeah.
Like as a check.
That's sick.
And so like whenever I do rando, I try to pick up everything. And it's a really good tool for beginners.
Like I said, anything map trackers laying out the checks for you. Really, really good for people getting into it.
And then you open it and you're like, oh, that's what I forgot. And it's something really obvious.
We're in the chapel. I will show off the thing, the confessional booth, because I think it's this tower, right? Oh, it's because I wanted to show off the bells. I remember now, and they weren't working, and I forgot. There's a check right up here. Is it right here? No. Is it the other one on the other side? Please, please.
Oh man.
Please. If it's not here, I'm super lost. If I find a heart refresh, we can just finish the run as well. That's another like win condition. I can just use a glitch to finish the run. It is not here. Well, time to find a heart refresh.
At the shop.
There was one at the shop?
Yeah, cheap heart refresh at the shop.
Alrighty, then that's what we're doing. In the meantime, however, somebody did request a specific cool thing to show off, which is this room, which is literally just an Easter egg, where you sit down at this table, and it goes through an animation of a random like ghost coming up. It's like the confessional booth. And they like, either you get like a good guy or like a fake like person that's trying to confess their sins, and they like attack you.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it doesn't unlock anything. It doesn't give you any items. It's just a thing that exists.
The 2 times that I've played this game casually and got to this room, both times there was a bad guy. So I didn't know there was a good guy. Yeah. Like, I was like, this
it's
room
always
just
a douchebag.
smacks the shit out of
It's
you.
just a guy who stabs you for no reason.
Like, it's so
Gotcha.
rude. Like, I'm just trying to tell you, hey, I feel bad about it. He's like, feel worse about this stab wound, idiot.
I just realized I don't even need a heart refresh, but since they're in the shop, I could do the same glitch using the shield rod.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine. Glitch. I mean, this is a glitchless randomizer. It's a trick that allows you to trivialize the entire randomizer. This is why we play the glitchless preset, because that one item that I got, you don't need to collect any of the Vlad relics. It skips the entire like purpose of playing the randomizer this way. But at this rate, we're at the point where I don't even know what I missed, so it's probably like one of the really weird obscure checks that like just so happened to be the one thing I forgot, and like trying to backtrack the whole way, it would take way too long. So let's just finish this bad boy up.
I know always after these I want to check a spoiler log. Is there a spoiler log that will come with your randomizer that you can check later?
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Yeah, not even necessarily on stream, just like for your own.
Yeah,
just like, oh, there it was.
I did check under the librarian MT. Yeah, it's I cannot fathom what I skipped. Like, I'm thinking of all of, like, the obscure, weird ones. I tried to make note of them as I was passing those areas, and I'm pretty sure I did all of those. Like, someone's going to say it, like, as we're finishing up the game, and I'll be like, oh, that's what.
As we're killing Dracula.
Yeah. No, imp switch only in the first castle, which we did do. We listened to the whole spiel of the guy say, a switch, but in Japanese. But in the second castle, that one doesn't unlock anything. Do I still have the library card equipped? That would have been really funny if I used that all the way out here on accident. All right. Ran out of mana there because I forgot to put the mana prism back on. That's why, like, if you run out of mana, you just have zero access to a lot of these, like, really fast movement options. Which is why having those infinite mana prisms makes for, like, a very smooth speedrunning experience. The room above the keep save room. Did I check that?
Check that map real quick.
Brother.
It didn't look like you did. Nah.
Brother.
Hey, yo.
Oh no.
If that's the one, Lucifer, you win. You win something. Because that is a check. If it's Soul of Wolf, I'm going to be very upset. Please just be nothing, so we can just say, oh, seed bugged. Oh, seed bugged. It wasn't Soul of Wolf. All right.
Okay, seed bugged.
Seed
Yeah.
bugged. I don't know what happened.
There's no way. Uncompletable.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, I'll figure it out at some point and maybe like tweet about it.
You gotta like wake up like after you sleep for a couple of hours, just shoot up straight like it was that.
Yeah, probably.
Cold sweat.
Load up the randomizer again. You go there and it's like, God, it was that.
Yeah. To be fair, this is a very ambitious like style of randomizer. The base version of the randomizer isn't like this. It only randomizes amongst key item locations instead of like every item location. So it makes a much more like very fast, very like more casual experience than like, oh, check every item in the game and I hope you didn't forget one. Did we save the spoiler log? We can just find it. I'm pretty sure this wasn't, we do have a tournament setting which disables the spoiler log entirely. So as long as it wasn't on the tournament setting, we will be able to figure it out.
Is there a tournament for SotN Rando coming up at some point?
There's one through SGL that's happening right now, and I'm also hosting my own that's going to be finishing up once I get home from this event. So,
that's sick.
So we have two separate ones going on right now. Just need to... Come on. That probably works. It's hard to tell. Normally all that map stuff is in the way. It's probably fine. Oh yeah, it works. All right, so this puts us in the ceiling and skips us to the very end of the game. This is a very powerful glitch that like you would have seen a lot of in the reverse boss order run, but yeah, let's just go beat the game.
Hey, you got to implement that a little bit into the randomizer run.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of both, both glitchless and glitched in this run. But yeah, here is the final fight.
I also love how elevators in this game either have no chill, they're just like, bah! Or they're this. God,
Just enjoying the scenery, okay?
it's so slow.
Your dumb little devil friend is like, sir.
Sir?
So we're coming up on the final fight here.
Yeah.
What do we want to use to end this fight? There's lots of different options here. These fights are kind of like not very difficult either way. Do I have like a throw one? No throw one. Throw two, however. Let's try throw two. Any throw twoers?
Throw two's pretty pop.
Summon Merman. We can summon the Merman.
Yo.
That sounds fun. Yeah, let's summon the Merman.
That sounds pretty cool.
All right, chat. You have about $600 to drop if you want Uwu voice acting.
You
instead
better
of regular.
drop it like right now.
$570 for Uwu right now.
Are they even gonna hit?
570. No.
You might have time, chat.
Never
You may
mind.
not be able to reach the boss.
It's fine. We'll just kill him the normal way. Actually, you're being a jerk. I'm just gonna do OP stuff.
I'm gonna grab this gyro plate. I'm gonna grab this tart.
This is why having like a million items in your inventory is just so
Scanning all that
obnoxious.
so fast.
Yeah, there we go. Please stop. There it is.
Awesome.
And here is the final fight. I did skip his death screen, but that
Yo,
would have taken a
ADF,
while.
you want to fight Dracula?
No, he can't fight Dracula in this game.
He can't.
No. If I had a different item, I would have let him. You literally hold a button, and it does, like, insane damage, but here it is. Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
Hoping that we would not see each other again. I forgot the lines. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans.
Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No. But neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now's the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world!
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again. And after that, we will summon the mermen. Where are they? I do want pizza, actually.
Yo, same now?
This sprite is hilarious.
True form.
What's the green stuff? Anybody know?
Lettuce.
I was. Somebody told me it
Wait,
was
bell
spinach
peppers?
or something. Oh, bell
Bell
peppers.
peppers,
is a good one.
yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Supreme.
Yeah, peppers is probably the correct answer. Let me actually just get in the corner here. Let him swing one more time. He's immune to the fart cloud, and this is how we will defeat him. Go.
Go, my children.
My army of mermen.
And the mermen are just like,
A bunch of jinxes.
He's trying his. There's nothing there, brother. You're trying your best. I will take damage here. I can't just hide in the corner, so let me be safe. Yeah, this boss fight has like a billion different like colors and sprites and things. It's starting to lag, actually. I'm kind of scared. Okay,
There we
we're
go.
done.
That's time.
That's time.
Time.
Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
how is it that I've been so defeated?
You were since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. ... Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, "Do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot." And she also said she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
Fun fact.
So Bobby's dead.
Fun fact, the any % world record is 16 minutes and 26 seconds.
Oh, that's neat.
And he quotes it at the end. It's a big meme.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. All right, that was Symphony of the Night Randomizer. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this. Basically, at estimate, let's go. We didn't have to do any cheating or glitches whatsoever.
Yep.
No.
Perfect.
Clean.
Clean
Full
gameplay.
clear on all the checks.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. And coming up next is Breath of the Wild Crowd Control.
Yeah, we're going to take it over to a break. Come back with more Speedrun Coliseum. ADEP bringing us our first of 4 crowd controls of the event. Breath of the Wild. See y'all soon.